They say growing old is mandatory, but growing old with grace, that's a choice. Aging. This word often brings fear. Wrinkles on the skin, slower steps, weaker hands. But these are not the real measures of aging. What truly defines aging is the soul inside you. Some people grow bitter, lonely, and fragile with years. Yet others, even at 80, carry a glow in their eyes, a warmth in their smile, and a dignity in their presence. In this video, we will explore 5 powerful signs that show you are aging gracefully, not sadly. If you find even one of these signs in yourself, consider yourself blessed, because these are the treasures of life that no money, no medicine, and no luxury can buy. So, sit back, open your heart, and let's journey through the wisdom of age. Sign 1. You still find joy in small things. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Robert Brault. A person who ages gracefully doesn't need grand parties or wealth to smile. They can watch the evening sky, sip their morning tea, or hear birds chirping, and feel joy. When you can still appreciate a flower blooming on your window, or laugh at a child's silly joke, or feel gratitude for a simple meal, that's not weakness, that's strength. Science agrees too. Seniors who practice gratitude and find joy in simple things have lower stress, better immunity, and even longer lifespans. The sad way of aging is to complain about the weather, about family, about life itself. But the graceful way is to whisper, "Thank you," even for small blessings. Ask yourself, do I still smile when I see the sunrise? Do I feel peace when I sit quietly with a book or a cup of tea? If yes, your soul is alive, young, and graceful. Sign 2. You remain curious and keep learning. And anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. Henry Ford. One of the clearest signs of graceful aging is curiosity. When your heart is still eager to know, when your mind still hungers for knowledge, you're not really old. I've met an 82-year-old woman who learned how to use a smartphone just so she could video call her grandchildren every week. I've met a 78-year-old man who started painting after retirement, and now his artworks hang in his local community center. Curiosity keeps the brain sharp. Research shows seniors who continue learning, whether reading, attending classes, or trying new hobbies, are far less likely to suffer from cognitive decline. The sad way of aging is closing the mind, saying, "I'm too old for this," or "My time has passed." But the graceful way is to say, "Why not? Let me try." Ask yourself, do I still want to discover, read, or learn something new? If yes, your heart is still young. Sign 3. You forgive easily and let go of grudges. Bitterness is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. Nelson Mandela. Carrying grudges makes you heavy. Anger hardens your face, and bitterness hardens your soul. Seniors who age sadly often replay old betrayals, disappointments, and hurts, living in the past, not the present. But graceful agers, they learn the art of letting go. They understand life is too short to keep hatred alive. They forgive, not because others deserve forgiveness, but because they themselves deserve peace. Medical studies show that seniors who practice forgiveness and compassion have lower blood pressure, stronger immunity, and less depression. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's freedom. Think of your life as a suitcase. Do you want to carry rocks of anger into your final journey, or feathers of peace? Ask yourself, have I learned to release old pain? If yes, you are free, light, and aging gracefully. Sign 4. You maintain dignity and independence. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Aristotle. Aging gracefully doesn't mean denying help. It means valuing your independence, your self-respect, and your ability to manage your own life as much as possible. Seniors who age gracefully keep themselves active. They don't give up on walking, cooking, or making their own choices. Even small acts, folding your own clothes, watering your plants, or managing your finances, these preserve dignity. On the other hand, aging sadly often comes with surrender, depending too much on others for even the smallest tasks, losing all confidence and silently giving up. Yes, our bodies slow down, but dignity is not about physical strength. It's about attitude. A person who says, "I may be slower, but I can still live with pride," carries a strength that age cannot steal. Ask yourself, do I try to remain independent as much as I can? If yes, you are walking the graceful path. Sign 5. You nurture relationships and kindness. In the end, what matters most is not how much we lived, but how much we loved. Mother Teresa. Aging gracefully is not a solitary path. It blossoms in kindness, compassion, and relationships. Loneliness is the new epidemic among seniors. Studies show it is more harmful than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Seniors who age sadly often isolate themselves, closing their doors and hearts. But graceful agers keep reaching out. They call their friends, visit neighbors, smile at strangers, and share stories with their grandchildren. Even a gentle word of encouragement or listening to someone's troubles can make them glow with warmth. Relationships are medicine. Laughter with a friend lowers blood pressure. A hug from family boosts immunity. A shared meal fills the heart more than the stomach. Ask yourself, do I still nurture love, connection, and kindness in my daily life? If yes, you are aging gracefully, beautifully, powerfully. Growing old is not a tragedy. It is a privilege denied to many. If your hair has turned silver, if your face has gathered lines, it means you have lived, survived, and learned. Remember this. Aging sadly is about clinging to the past, complaining, and closing your heart. Aging gracefully is about gratitude, curiosity, forgiveness, dignity, and love. So, my dear elders, if you see these 5 signs in yourself, you are blessed. You are not just adding years to your life. You are adding life to your years. And as the Japanese proverb says, we turn not older with years, but newer every day. Your wisdom is priceless. Share it with the world. Stay graceful, stay inspired. And if this message touched your heart, join our community by subscribing. Because here, your voice, your presence, and your story matter.